Hey, and welcome to my live stream again. Last week I was not streaming because I'm pretty busy with teaching and doing some projects and this stuff. So yeah, I was, I think, 2 weeks off from streaming, but yeah, welcome back. Um, First of all, I want to thank and to welcome my new patrons, so who are supporting me and learning from me from my program there. Yeah, welcome Marcelo, Ian, Nemeth, Melissa, Jamie, and Kirill are already, I think, for 2 months or so in my program. And special thanks for goes to former patrons like Sarah, Francisco, Casper, Silent Seven, Michael, and Vasil. So Vasil is, I think he found a new studio to work with, and yeah, I wish you good luck with your new job. And yeah, I hope you are doing well there. Thank you guys for your support. And if you want to support me as well on Patreon, there is, I always point at the wrong direction. There is my link for Patreon. So please support me there. And of course, you can learn a lot from me. I'm working on the program there. So yeah, I need your support for building up this page so you can learn more and more. Yeah, today I want to do this artwork here from it's made from Alexander Shatohin. Yeah, when you want to visit his art station, you're welcome, and I link or I put his name into the video description so you can follow him on ArtStation as well. And yeah, let's start. I think today I will use three basic shapes for his head because he has his mouth open, and I want to use this gap between the primitives to open his mouth. But as usual, I use just my normal like primitives, my normal workflow. And you can follow along this workflow with Blender as well. So don't worry if I'm using more ZBrush. It's okay to use other software as well, like Blender or whatever you want. And like I said, I want to use three primitives here. And I want to watch if my live stream is live. Yes. So you are welcome to participate in the chat if you want. So we already have, I think, three participants. I placed some primitives here for ears and nose. And first I built my base mesh. And yeah, today's topic I wanted to talk about is time management. So, of course, you are welcome to ask me whatever you want, but I wanted to talk about time management a little bit because many beginners do not think about time management at all when they are planning their projects. But let me first. Oh, I missed something. Let me. Because the standard sphere, the default sphere I'm using here, is very, very big. So your brush will be pretty small on the surface. So I always um, shrink it down so I have more space with or more possibilities with the brush size. And then I place my base mesh over the artwork. I think like some kind like this. And I store my camera. Next, what I do is I place some eyes. And Far Horizons is on the chat, and you have a question. Let me finish the eyes. Like this. Um, I did already the background image thing on another stream. Please watch my other streams. This is a very, very common asked question. And I don't want to repeat over and over how I do it. So please watch there. Please watch my other videos. How to do it. Don't worry when your model looks like this in the beginning. It's absolutely okay, and it's absolute normal. Let me. I open his mouth very early because I want to model him like he is in this stage with the open mouth. When you want to create a like game character or so, you close the mouse, of course, the mouth, of course, and yeah, open it when you want to animate him. This is more like a printing model. So like, or showcase model when you want to showcase your uh, sculpting skills to your audience or in your portfolio. The thing is, I don't want to make a demonstration because it's not a quick demonstration. Let me open the artwork on this side. It's not a quick demonstration because it takes some minutes, and yeah, like I said, I already did a demonstration of this uh, background thing I'm using here. So please watch. I think it should be somewhere like the sci-fi soldier I did. I did it live on stream, and I did this demonstration already. But actually, it's not the most important thing when you are a beginner artist. It's not the most important thing to get your references like I do here into the background. You can do uh, other techniques or work from uh, I mean, put your reference at the side and work like from the reference there. So when you're a beginner, it's fine to do it because you do not produce like a final piece or a final product. Yeah, time management. I was teaching in a school, and the students were like doing projects, and we discussed about how important the time management is, or a little bit, and I thought it's a good topic for me to talk about because yeah, time management. You need to be a time manager when you're creating your projects because yeah, you want to know if you are able to do a certain style, a certain like character in what kind of time period you can create it, and you want to plan your project uh, efficient efficient. So you don't want to spend too much time with one character and do not finish your project, of course. Let me uh, let me take this character again. And I like his teeth here. That's why I'm using it a lot. For sculpting because I don't want to spend too much time with teeth creation. course, you need a lot of experience in anatomy before you create creatures like this or characters like this. You have to know what is happening here underneath the skin, because yeah, like he doesn't have lips or so. His teeth are, or his lips are gone, and his teeth are coming directly out of the gums or whatever. And yeah, you have to know what's going on there. So guys, when this I want to make a like uh how it's called, a challenge or whatever. If this video reaches a, I don't know, about uh 50,000 views, I create a tutorial for this background thing, and I will always link this tutorial to my live streams. So here is a challenge. When I reach 50,000 views on this live stream, then I create a tutorial for it. Because actually I did already a demonstration how it works, and it doesn't work always perfectly. So don't think that like it's a perfect solution. I only use it to show you what I'm working on. Actually, I have um, my reference at the side. So yeah, I cut this sphere in half. And create my eyelids from it. And yeah, some good news. I finished the test. Some kind of finished the test I was working on for a studio. They wanted me to create a test, to do a test before they hire me. And yeah, I will. Uh, let me let me check the eyes if they are a bit too big. Yeah, the test is finished, and I will send it to the studio soon, and I hope they will hire me. Hire me for the project that they are working on, or they are planning to work on right now. So it's actually not safe if I will work on this project, but yeah, I would love to work with them. I extract some geometry for for the hair because it's actually a part of the silhouette of this character. So I want to create it pretty early in the process. At least the volume. Yeah, some kind like this. And now the eyelids are too big as well. So and like I always say, at the beginning, your character looks like, I don't know, um, not like the final product. It's absolutely okay. And yeah, for your information, soon I will go on vacation for a bit longer, for 3 weeks. My wife and I we will make a trip to Japan. So in this time period, of course, I will not stream at all, and there will be no new videos. Okay, at this stage you can combine different the different geometry here. I already showed it that sometimes it works better, sometimes it works worse. Don't worry, you can combine it with Dynamesh. And now I'm working after I have my like base mesh here. Of course, it doesn't look like, I don't know, it doesn't look professional. But it's absolutely okay because it's just a base mesh. And now from this stage, you are working towards a more appealing product or character. Okay, you are adding more and more details and forms, and try to do the forms you are seeing on the artwork. um, Sir God is writing, yes, sometimes my start mesh looks so bad I lose motivation. Yeah, it's absolutely normal that your start mesh looks pretty bad actually. And this is what I said. I think I said it already on a stream. That you have to stick with it. When you're do not expect quick results. Even if you see like people on stream are modeling or sculpting very fast and they come to a very good character in 20 minutes or whatever. First, they have a lot experience in doing this stuff. And second, they are, yeah, first, they are very experienced in this stuff. And second, even their characters are not like perfect at the start. So they work them out over time. And I actually, especially for learning and especially for streaming, I'm not rushing this process at all. I want to take my time, so I want to take my time to make it correct and yeah, to enjoy this process actually. So do not rush. You are not in hurry, if especially when you are learning. And of course, if you want, you can use these pre-made, pre-built characters as well. So you are not sticking too long in this process of creating a base mesh first. But for learning property, or for learning, yeah, for learning, I would always do like a base mesh. Purpose was the For learning purposes, I would create a base mesh. So don't lose motivation too early. And it's absolutely normal that this process takes some time. And for the body, I find another like view. I do it from one piece here. Because it's actually a bust, and yeah, it's absolutely okay to do it like this. So build up your volume, the volume you need for it. Yeah, you are switching from Blender to ZBrush. Yeah, I'm curious why. So if you want to share your experience, because I never used Blender for sculpting. That's why I have no idea why you switching or why people are switching from ZBrush to Blender. I mean, I think I think switching from ZBrush to Blender is like, yeah, of course, it's doesn't cost anything. But I'm curious why you are switching. Is it because you heard maybe like ZBrush is a more professional software? And yeah, I'm curious how you're doing. So, what is your learning experience so far? I think the volume for the hair can be some kind like this. I think I will create his body already in pose. So it's not a lot. It's just his shoulders. So I can rotate them. No, the other way around, like this. Looks strange, but you can always like when you have enough experience, you can always deal with this. Um, you have a problem with your pen, and when you want to confirm like yes and no, like an operation or an action, mm, you have to do it with the mouse. Actually, I don't know this particular problem. Um, Let me think about it. Maybe your computer is not supporting your pen. I mean, um, supporting on Windows, like when you need to do an action or operation on Windows. Maybe it doesn't support it for Windows. I don't know. Mm. But actually, I didn't see this problem at all. I cannot replicate it or yeah, like there are many technical issues with ZBrush or with pens. You cannot replicate them easily. One computer is like doing well, and another computer is has problems with pens. I see it a lot on students, like the students in the school I was teaching. One computer is fine with pens, one computer is not accepting them, and they have problems with them. So, sorry, I think I cannot tell you exactly what it is. Maybe it's like maybe you have to install a newer driver for your pen. Okay, you are switching to ZBrush because you want to create uh, more details and need more poly count. So yeah, like I told, I never used Blender for sculpting. Actually, I have no idea how much geometry Blender can handle for sculpting. So in this stage, when you are fine with your creation, you can duplicate it. And dynamesh it. With more resolution. Like this. And yeah, work further. So you have enough information on this sculpt, but you are not very far into detailing. And now I can take this uh, or let me nah, let me just extract the tongue from here. It's easier to do. Yeah, like yeah, you like hard surface and polygroups in ZBrush. Yes, I already like experienced it in Blender that it's not that easy. I mean, you can create polygroups there, but it's not. In ZBrush, it's more comfortable to create polygroups and to make them visible and invisible and whatever. So Blender is, to my opinion, is a little bit more technical. and ZBrush is more free. Of course, there are things not working, like the background here, like I already said 100 times. So you have to deal with it in ZBrush with technical stuff. But it's still, I think it's still a better sculpting experience than in Blender. Okay, and when I'm happy with like the overall shape and look, I go more into detail. And yeah, like I said, this process can take, especially when you are a beginner, it can take a bit longer. So um, don't be frustrated or dismotivated when you're not getting good results early or quickly, because yeah, it takes some time to create good results. So learn your basics, and on my Patreon I offer courses for beginners for creating yeah, like basic stuff. So if you are interested in learning from me, then please have a look at my Patreon. Mhm. Yeah, experience experience a lot of programs, a lot of software in your career. So do not stick too much with one one program and think that you can use it for the next, I don't know, 50 years. Uh, of course, technology changes, And maybe you are switching now from ZBrush, from Blender to ZBrush. Maybe you have to switch from ZBrush to Blender one day. I don't know. So it can happen, of course. Or maybe there will be like another software piece that will be this industry standard one day. He has very interesting like volumes here. Be sure that your character is still like believable. So I'm not happy with the eyebrows right now because they are pretty flat. And I like this side here of the eyebrows a lot on this artwork. I think it's a very, very good artwork. Yeah, so when you want to support my channel here on YouTube or on Patreon, please visit Patreon. You can support me there, or you can just binge watch my stuff on YouTube, and then this helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. I hate this word. As a non-native speaker, it's horrible. I think I heard like a sketch from an Indian guy who is struggling with the word literally, and it's pretty funny actually because yeah, it's so true. And he looks a bit like the Goblin from Spider-Man, Green Goblin. I put some structure here, like this. And yeah, wish me luck for my new project. That it's something interesting actually. So I have no idea what topic I will be working on. I mean the topic, yeah, character art, but I mean what kind of characters this will be, and this stuff, I don't know. I don't know yet. So maybe one day, of course, I cannot tell you a lot about this project, but maybe one day I can talk about it. And this school I'm teaching in um, thinks about if they want to have a lesson for ZBrush, and they are thinking about if they want to hire me. Maybe they can hire me as a ZBrush teacher because they are using Blender for teaching sculpting, and it's absolutely okay to like learn first Blender. I mean the basics of sculpting. Basics are actually uh, pretty same. Like it doesn't matter if you learn basics in ZBrush or Blender. Let me save my progress. And if you want, you can, of course, ask whatever you want. Please interact with me because yeah, I have no idea what to talk about right now. I was talking about time management. So if you want to create a project, okay, then time management is of course key for your project. And think about what you want to do and what you can do actually. I told it already for characters. I always look for characters like what do I want to create and what can I create. I mean, if I cannot create anatomy, I will not pick a character with a lot of anatomy, visible anatomy. If I cannot create hair, I will not pick a character with a lot of hair. Okay, so of course you need to learn your like weakest things. So if you want to learn anatomy, then you of course do anatomy a lot. And if you want to learn uh, hair creation, then you do hair creation a lot. So that's correct. So if you do it like this, you're doing pretty well. But do not overwhelm yourself with a bigger scope. I mean, when you cannot create anatomy or hair, then do not do like female characters with a lot of hair, for example. Of course, I mean, when they have some hair, it's totally fine. But when you have no idea how to create like flowing long hair, do not do it for your uh, student projects. This character is a pretty cool mixture between stylization and some kind of reality. Um, I like it a lot. And I will create the hair a little bit more stylized. I hate this. Like, I don't know. I already told it. I hate this navigation on the background. I don't know who is using it actually. I never used it, even as a beginner. I never used this navigation technique. First, I place my hair strands pretty uniformly because actually it's a bun, so the hair is flowing pretty uniformly um, to the back. But on some point, I will mix it up a little bit more. Like, let me add some more. Like here. Okay, I will mix it up with more strands that are going more into each other. And I create these strands pretty flat. So I build them back a bit more. And of course, asymmetry is very important, especially in the center line. Because actually he's not cutting his hair in a barbershop. So of course it's not perfect or whatever. His haircut, I mean, is not perfect. So it doesn't have to be like very symmetrical. I didn't do stylized characters for a longer time. So please tell me what you want to see more stylized characters again, maybe, or are you fine with my creature creations like I did the last times? Actually, I enjoy creature creation more and more. So I was not doing creatures a lot in the past. And for my portfolio, I need some more creatures. So here I'm creating more uh, like stylized hair. So if you are a fan of stylization, actually I enjoy both both workflows like stylization and more realistic stuff. Oh, by the way, if you want, one user was telling like, oh, he is switching on some chill out music at the site. You are welcome to do the same. And I was watching my own videos one day, and I was like for learning purpose. I was watching my own videos, and I noticed it goes pretty good with like uh, lo-fi music. So if you want, you're welcome to switch on some lo-fi music and yeah, enjoy just the process. Like ASMR. So you are watching a guy who is just working and enjoy some music at the site. It's absolutely fine for me. So or of course you can work at the same piece at the site and you can watch how I do it. Artista is on in the chat and you have a question or you have a comment. Mm, you want to switch from you again, the other so God is switching from Blender to ZBrush as well. So and you want to switch too, and you are asking for a key point I want to add about this topic. I don't know what exactly you mean with key point, but if you want, I mean, you can learn everything, like all basics for sculpting in Blender. It's absolutely okay to do it. I teach a lot like basics, and this stuff here you can do in Blender as well. So you do not need for this basics, you do not need ZBrush. I use ZBrush because I use this program for I don't know like 15 years or whatever now, and I use it a lot. But you can use, of course, Blender if you cannot afford ZBrush, or if you are more like a student um, and you want to learn basics. You can use Blender, of course. Um, on one point in your career, I would switch to ZBrush, still switch to ZBrush because many uh, many studios are working with ZBrush, and they want you to work in ZBrush. So please please tell me what you mean with key points. What you want to know exactly. I mean, because actually I'm not a maybe you hear it. I'm not a native speaker in English, and I don't know exactly what you mean with key point. Maybe it's obvious to native speakers. Yeah, exactly. You're right. If many many studios have no problem with Blender. I mean, you using Blender. Um, of course, if you if you get a very good result, why should you switch program? But yeah, like I always say, when you are a beginner, do not worry about programs at all. Learn basics, basic stuff like anatomy, volume, light and shadows, and color theory, and this stuff. So don't worry about programs too much. Like you have to be able, like I do here, you have to be able like replicate anatomy in pose. Like he is turning his shoulder and he's turning his upper body. I do a lot printing models, so I have some experience to do anatomy in motion, and I'm still not like a master of it in it, but I can do it. And you have to study these things a lot. And yeah, you have to master these things before you go into a specific program. Uh, I I get my concepts from research from uh, Pinterest. I have a huge library already, which concepts I want to realize. So uh, yeah, I always look for interesting characters on Pinterest or Google or whatever, or ArtStation. is a very good source for inspiration. Of course, you get a lot um, AI artworks, and when you don't want to support this, uh, maybe you need to watch on ArtStation more. And like always, I stick as much as I can to the original artwork. And I place some floating hair here. Just some strokes first. Like this. And then bring them more into shape. And of course, you need a lot more than this. So take your time to place a lot of hair. So this is what I meant with when you want, when you have no idea how to create hair, then maybe you should first study, or first leave it out, like just do one thing like an enemy, and then when you are sure that your anatomy is on a good point, like when you can create very good anatomy, then go further and create more hair. And first you create hair like stylized hair, like this. And then for game creation, you need, of course, hair cards. And it's a different story, a different workflow. Yeah, and place some more. Here is a fly that's bothering me a little bit. some kind of like this. So as a base, of course you need to do more, but to have an idea of how the hair can work. And of course some floating hair here. Always depends on what you want to achieve and what you are working on. Of course, this is not a like game character. It's more meant like a showcase for your portfolio or whatever. Sculpting portfolio. Sculpting showcase, I mean. That you're showing that you are able to create flow and you can create like expression and whatever. So I really recommend to do models like this. Let me watch how long I'm already on stream. About 1 hour. Let me let me work a bit more on the face to get a better expression. Or more a bit more detail. This is one advantage of using this technique because you can always open and close the eyes a bit more, a bit less, how you want it. but I'm still not using a lot of geometry. Like 100,000 polygons is not a lot. So I think you can do it in Blender as well. With this poly count, I mean. Yeah, and when you compare this model with the starting point, you know what I mean, or you get what I mean when I tell you to be patient with your creation. I was not satisfied at the beginning as well. But this result is, yeah, I think I like it. I think it's already pretty cool. And I want to recreate this artwork as good as possible. I mean, I want to stick as much as possible to this artwork. I already told it that someone was asking how important is it to stick to the artwork so much? And I think it's very important because companies are paying a lot of money to concept artists or to illustrators to create their artwork. And when they give you this job, mostly they are expecting you to recreate this character as good as possible. And if you are like, oh, it's not very important, you do not excite you do not decide it for the studio actually. Of course, I have no idea what's going on the side here. So I have to create it like from my own my own artistic point. Here again, you have to work on teeth. Like actually on every monster or creature. So learn how teeth work. So I will not spend too much time here on the teeth because actually it takes a lot of time to create these little details. I think the eyes are still a little bit too big. Shrink them down a bit. Like like I told for uh, creatures, I like to create smaller eyes. They are more creepy and look more like dangerous. And for his scar here, you can create a layer. For the earrings, you can use just the torus. Ah, Kirill is on the stream. You are a little bit late because I'm pretty far into this process, but you guys are welcome to watch my streams, my live streams, like a VOD. And sorry, and Rajat Sharma. I hope I get your name correctly. I think like you have these for me they are foreign names, and I like other cultures a lot, and I try to pronounce your names correctly, but sometimes it's pretty hard. And yeah, like I said, thank you for watching. I think yeah, like with teeth, of course, you can add a lot more detail there, um, like some structure on the teeth. So you have more interesting things happening there, like with alphas, a little bit more structure like this. So it looks more like not perfect teeth, but like more like an animal. And yeah, of course, color and combine the eyelids with the rest and this stuff. But for a concept, a 3D concept, it's totally fine to show it more in 3D, like when you have an art director who wants to have this character as a 3D concept, there is like a job where you why isn't it working? Anyway, there is a job like look creator or look developer. So you are developing the look for the 3D characters actually, or for the 3D environment and this stuff. So yeah, and often they are doing this stage to develop the look of the final piece or whatever. And yeah, this as a first look on the character, it's totally fine. And yeah, like I said, thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching right now. When you're late, you can watch the VODs. And yeah, of course, like, subscribe, and do the social media thing. um, I really appreciate it. I think I see some things on the eyebrows still not working on my version. I think I would invest like another hour or so in it to do some stuff more. But you are welcome to do this same character, and maybe when you are a patron, share with me, and I will give you a comment, or not a comment, a feedback. I create feedback videos for my patrons, so check out my page, my Patreon page. You can leave just like a support for the videos or for YouTube, or join the Guru program. I think it's an orc, yes. Let me try again. Uh, Rajat Sharma. Yeah. I primarily use ZBrush, but at the side I use, of course, Blender for rendering, and of course for low low poly stuff, for like retopo stuff. I use Blender, and for clothing I use Marvelous Designer. So yeah, there is, of course, you can do a lot in ZBrush, but not everything. And yeah, choose your workflow, how you want it, how you need it, and how it works for you actually. So there is no wrong or right. Maybe there are many artists telling you like, oh, do not use this, do not use that. Of course not. You use whatever you need for your workflow. So what works for you? Do you use von Jojoba? Do you use Retopo Flow? No, I do not use automatic retopology. Is it a plugin for Blender? I know, but actually you can do the same thing with like with standard operations in Blender or in Maya or in 3ds Max. So you do not actually need plugins or whatever for this for Retopo. But if you want, you can of course use them because they are working like you just click there, and you get these loops there. Um, yeah, it's a Retopo add-on for Blender, like my Quadro. Yeah, like I said, actually you do not need it. Um, I don't know, maybe it speeds up a lot of stuff. Maybe I have to have a look at these plugins. And for Blender, maybe it's not very not very expensive, or maybe it's for free. Um, yeah, I have to try out. But like I said, I actually do Retopo since I don't know since 15 years, and I didn't need um, plugins for it to speed it up actually. So yeah, when you are depending on too much plugins and too much like um, different brushes and this stuff, you are limiting yourself, or not limiting, you are limiting a little bit your own like um, creativity, and relying too much on plugins, too much on software from other developers. And yeah, like I like for hair, I like this Blender tool, hair tool, to use it. Um, but actually, you can do the same thing with onboard solutions from Blender, like with curves. So actually, it's not a huge difference between onboard solutions and plugins. But when you want to use them, of course, if they speed up your workflow, it's pretty cool. Um, Rajat, I have a program on Patreon where I give feedback for my students. I do not do it like I have 10 um, 10 places there. You can contact me if you, I mean, I normally I create like full videos. I can of course have a look when you send it me via like Instagram. I can have a look there. Um, but I will, of course, I cannot create a full like feedback for you, um, because normally I create like full videos where I explain how I would change things and this stuff. So you need actually not just one sentence like is it cool or not, whatever. You actually need a really good feedback, and I give it on Patreon. So please watch if there are some places free on the Sculpting Guru tier on Patreon, and maybe I can create a really like professional feedback with changes and this stuff on your piece. Yeah, like the silly goose is telling that yeah, when you're using brushes, then you are limiting yourself. It's some kind of limit, some kind of not, depending, of course, what you want. When you want to place like details like little wrinkles or pores, of course you need brushes. But for work like this, I need just, I think I use, let me show you. I use this uh, clay buildup brush a lot. This is my first brush. Then I use move brush. This is my second brush. Then I use Damien Standard. third brush. Then I use Trim Dynamic, my fourth, and I use the standard brush, my fifth. And these 5 brushes are more than enough to create like a model like this. And of course, like I said, for wrinkles or whatever details, you need more brushes. But for basic stuff like this, you need just 5, 6 brushes, whatever you want. Which brushes I really like is Inflate and H Polish. So these brushes are very, very cool for planar things. I mean, H Polish and Trim Dynamics. So and I can work actually when I would work in a studio, I can work like on every PC in this studio. I mean, when my PC like breaks or whatever, and my art director says like, okay, take this PC from your colleague, he is on vacation, whatever, and I can go over there and work there because I do not need too much like tools and brushes and whatever. I can work from every remote controlled PC, whatever, And when you rely too much on custom brushes or whatever, then you're limiting yourself, and you are not flexible enough. Of course, I'm using this toolset I created my own, and I use it a lot. And actually, I I forgot where to find these buttons here. I think I would like find most of these buttons again, but I would have to like Google where to find like I don't know, mirror and weld. I have no idea where to find it. But I know I need it. So I would Google like, okay, mirror and weld, ZBrush, to find there and there. Okay. Um, yeah, you have to when you learn 3D and when you learn art and when you want to work in the environment like as an artist, then you have to learn to work like in a team in a studio. Okay, so not like a single developer, single artist, single whatever. You have to learn to work with others, and this happens a lot. Like studios are very flexible. Like you have to work on the other PC, on the other company, whatever. I don't know, on the other studio. Maybe the studio split it like in 2 studios. Yeah, I have to go to another studio and work there, whatever. Yeah, exactly. You say it. Doing more with less is the way to go. Yeah, actually, yes. You use just 5 or 3 brushes, and this is enough. And the basic stuff, like here, is more than enough, actually. Which I really love is this brush here. I mean, to create geometry quickly. Curved tubes. I mean, ZBrush has everything you need, actually. This one with these hands and feet, or like this guy here. I use it a lot for creating teeth. I mean, this one. So it's not needed. I mean, there is no need uh, for using too much plugins, brushes, whatever. Use just the vanilla version. Yeah, at the end, some more discussions and some more topics to discuss about. So yeah, I will be on vacation in 3 weeks or in 2 weeks. I mean, next week I will stream. I hope I will find some time to stream. And the week after, I will be on vacation for 3 weeks in Japan. Um, I'm pretty excited visiting Japan and visiting Asia. So yeah, I hope I find the way back home. Fine, and I hope for some like experience like from different cultures and different places. I love to absorb like cultures and to use it as a refresh for my brain from work and this stuff. And yeah. Mhm. Yeah, and to relax actually because Japan has we will be on Okinawa as well, Tokyo, Okinawa, and this stuff. We will. Mhm. Thank you, Kirill. And on Okinawa, we will be on the beach and we'll enjoy the free time. And I hope I will be a little bit more like I sit at home. I work a lot, and I I need some color in my face. Yeah, and we want to like to try this Japanese cheesecake. It's it's yeah, pretty cool to see this uh and to like to enjoy the food and enjoy the people and culture and this stuff. Yeah. Okay. This is it for today, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and I hope you can recreate it. And Kirill, you are welcome to recreate this character and send me for some feedback. I'm very curious to see it. If you can, of course. If you are able to do some stuff, some like recreations, you can try. Oh, you have a question. Of course, I can answer. You want to know if I do not create holes in the ears so the earring is like penetrating the ear. Actually not. You can do it like let me show you. You can do it uh, like this if you want. If this is a like a um a detail you want to show, you can do it like this. So the earring is actually penetrating the ear itself. But a real hole, it's not necessary to do it. Okay, so when you want to bake it into a low poly model and use it for a game, you can do it like this with a normal map then. Okay, and more questions next week. I hope I can create a stream on Monday, and I think I will post a where you can uh, vote for the artworks I'm working on over the weekend. So enjoy the VOD and binge watch my stuff, and I see you next week.